Hello, and welcome to another session of the Mastermind Book Club. I'm CEO David Diaz, and I'm here with Marth Johnson, Reggie Hilliard, and Chaz Culmer to give you our next summary of a very important book called Master Your Mindset, How to Get What You Truly Deserve. I'd like to call on our first mastermind, Chaz Culmer, to give his brief summary.
Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another edition of the Mastermind Book Club. Growing up, I had a friend, and his father would always say, "Don't put off for yesterday for what you can do today." In other words, he was saying, take control of what you can do now, and don't procrastinate. Don't don't put it to tomorrow or another time because sometimes that time will never come. It's up to you to determine how you want to live your life and how you can control your own mindset. Uh, it's easy to do things now, or it's easy for certain things to be done now. But sometimes we need to do the harder things now so that we can have the easier later. It's a little bit of a tongue twister. Discomfort is part of growth because if you do something that's easy, you always tend to want to do something easy because that's where your mind normally goes towards. But if you take a do it now attitude, you can determine how you want to do things, how things can get done. It's all a part of not procrastinating. And that's the point I want to make. A do it now attitude will always get you, I guess, the future results that you want to get. And I'm going to stop right there. I have a lot more to say, but maybe you can
Thank you,
come back to
Chaz
me.
Culmer. Thank you. Give some space to now Reggie Hilliard before you take all the credit.
Hello,
Reggie Hilliard, go ahead.
hello everyone. Reggie Hilliard in the Mastermind Book Club. So, this book is really touching on you getting control of yourself. More specifically, you control your mind, you end up controlling your life. How can you do that? Well, you have to understand and know what it is that you are actually working towards. So, you have to define that. Define what it is that you want to have be your life, have it be your way, have it be the thing that you wish to see before you in terms of all aspects of life. So once you do that, it's sort of essentially coming to a point of where you're getting clear. You're getting clear with an understanding of what you want. Then once you do that, it's like really you're creating that environment for your mind, setting it up so that you will be able to propel yourself forward, right? To make it such that the things that you're working towards are the things you're going to actually accomplish because you've designed yourself or designed this plan that's going to help you get there. You're going to get over the feelings, right? Feelings are what potentially stop people or often stop people because instead of them just powering through their feelings, they let their feelings stop them and put them in a place where they don't want to do things because I'm tired, because I'm sick, because I don't like such and such, right? These feelings that you have that stop you. So get control of your mind, powers through the feelings, powers through the environment, powers through everything around you, and it puts together unflappable, uh, fully focused, and complete plan for you to exercise to get to your destination. It's all about that commitment. No matter what, stay committed, stay on the path, powering through thoughts that aren't helping you. So you have to make sure the thoughts that you have are the ones that are going to make sure you stay firm and stay standing and stay moving towards what it is that it is your goal. Because otherwise, if you don't, you're going to be pulled and pushed in all these different ways, right? And so within that, maybe also distractions, all the different things that could be going on around you. You have to be stronger than your distractions. If you're able to keep yourself committed in that way, stand firm on your stance and make sure that there's nothing that's going to stop you from getting from point A to point B, you'll definitely be able to get there. And then lastly, I'll just touch on getting rid of other things such as weak thoughts, which is part of the thoughts, so staying on the strong side, but also like things that may need to be filtered out, like the doubts that we have, other things that are kind of in there that are stopping you, right? So if you're able to just get through all of that, really commit yourself and move in that direction, you'll be able to get to the destination that you're looking towards.
Thank you, Reggie Hilliard. Thank you. Our next mastermind is Marth Johnson.
Hello, everyone. We read so many amazing books, but that one is very powerful. And your mindset shapes your reality. And you have to, if you're not happy what you're doing now, you can reprogram your mindset and eliminate doubt, eliminate negativity, and doing things that make you happy and reach your goals and never give up. If you want to do something, never give up. Our mind is the greatest weapon. If we master it, we can do anything we want or we deserve it. I finish with that.
Martha, thank you very much for that brief summary. This book, How to Get What You Truly Deserve, first of all, you have to figure out what do you truly want. I mean, most people want money. No one really thinks about health, or I should say, very few do. Very few think about just enjoying life because they figure if you get the money, then everything else comes. Nah, if it were that simple, we'd all have it by now. I'd say in general, because we all pursue money. Just in general, we all pursue money. Money's important. I won't kid you. You should have a monetary goal. But you should also know that having balance in life requires having some health, having some communication with others, and so on. This book points that when it gets tough, we just move on. What we're supposed to do, we overlook it. We just avoid when we are uncomfortable. And that is what this book is about, is getting over that moment when you're uncomfortable. Let's say you got this project and you have a situation with the project and you need to resolve it. Most people, according to this book, or many people, according to this book, just give up and walk away. That is something that has to be worked on. When it gets tough, the tough get going. And being tough requires a moment of saying, we've got a hill that's coming up and we've got to get over it. That's one way to do it. If not, we have a hill coming up. Let's get up 50 feet. And then let's do another 50 feet. And let's do another 50 feet. It depends on which way works better for you. But the reality is when you get to these uncomfortable moments, they're the ones that determine what your reality will be in the future. Either you will make it through or you stay stuck in life with the excuses that you have. Now, I'd like to ask my fellow members just one question in reference to this book. How do you plan to implement this into your lifestyle? And I'd like to start out with Chaz Culmer.
Oh, great, great question, David. One thing the book was talking about is establishing, I guess, a routine. Even when the panelists, Reggie and I, were talking earlier about making the plan and then sticking to the plan, and with that plan, having a plan of action. So I try to, like you said, with my health, I try to get into a habit of low carbs, doing different types of walks, rewarding myself every now and then for staying on the course. You know, it's not always sunshine and roses. Sometimes you'll have a rainy day. But the main thing is to stick to the plan and go forth. Keep showing up for yourself, no matter what.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Chaz Culmer. So, Reggie, how do you plan to implement part of what this book says into your life?
For me, it's just a constant coming back to myself and doing a check-in with respect to check in where I am in terms of like how am I committing to the goals that I have and how am I committing to just behaving in a way which has to do with how I think and how I move through this life. So I'm always recentering myself on that, always making sure that, you know, the words that are coming in my mouth are in concert with what it is that I'm doing. so that there's this an alignment. Because years ago, I had this issue with myself where there were things that I was saying and things that I was doing. Those things were not in alignment. So I made a shift some years ago because I didn't like that feeling and I was very aware of it. So it's just this point of just being aware. So the more for me is the more I'm aware and the more I ask for awareness is the more that I get that awareness, which allows me to continuously check in and validate what's going on in my life and making sure that I'm doing what I say I'm supposed to be doing, or what I say I should say, whatever I say I'm going to do, I do, especially if it's meant to be done. And then things that don't need to be there, I basically like discard. And so really it's about lessening those and making sure, the scenarios or situations where it's things that I'm saying and I'm not doing very much, very, very little of that, and more so things that I say that I'm going to do, I go ahead and do. But so far, it's been pretty good. But again, just always doing kind of like when you're on a plane or you think about a spaceship. Spaceship also always has to do what they call mid-course corrections or corrections throughout. Because if you have a target that you're working towards, if you took a rocket or a plane or whatever, let's just say a rocket and send it off to a destination, it wouldn't make that destination if they didn't keep correcting it along the way. So you have to come in there and check in. So that's what I'm always doing the check-ins and just asking for the awareness so I'm able to check in and get the right calibrations.
Thank you, Reggie Hilliard. Martha Johnson, how do you plan to implement this book in your life?
The first things for myself is discipline. I have two journals, one for grateful and another one, but the goals the goals I want to get. And every night I change my goals, and every morning I write grateful whatever happened the night before. And for me, I had a routine every single day. Exercise, eat healthy for me is very important to keep my body because whatever you eat is not only going to affect your body, it's going to affect your mind too. I need to keep my mind very healthy and very sharp. So I need some kind of food for that. So I check in that too in my goals. And I write an index card that I put it in my purse where I want to be the next step in my life. And after I get something, I write in my index card, I check and I celebrate because one of my goals, I be able to do it, and I continue with my list. And everything positive, I celebrate it because you have to be happy where you are, and you have to be happy when something good happens to your life. And that's what I do uh, always, every single day in my life.
Thank you, Martha. So how am I going to implement this book? The book says 2 questions you should be asking yourself every day. Number 1, if you're facing a project or whatever it is, you should ask yourself, how is this project benefiting me in my future goal? That's number 1. That's a question you should be asking yourself every day. Number 2 is what I'm doing now getting me closer or getting me further away from my goal? The questions are very similar, and I might have forgotten the second question, but there are 2 questions in this book. If you guys remember what that second question is, please help me out. I know one of them is, how is what I'm doing getting me closer to my goals? The other question, most likely, is, how is what I'm doing now reinforcing what I'm doing or getting me further away from it? These questions, if you ask yourself on a regular basis, then you'll have an answer to what it is that you're facing at the moment. We should be asking ourselves questions regularly, because that's how, if we don't ask, we don't receive. If we don't seek, we don't find. If we don't knock, no one's going to open the door for us. So in order to be consistent, in order to achieve what you want to get out of life, whatever it is that you truly deserve, you have to be asking yourself certain types of questions, minimum. And if not, knocking on doors, minimum. And if not, looking for answers, because some people don't know what they truly deserve. So you've got to seek, find out what it is that you want. This is it for this book. I want to thank the Mastermind book club here, Reggie Hilliard, Chaz Culmer, and Marth Johnson, for assisting me here in this group. And we as a team have been here for many years now, for over, 6 years, I think, is what it is. And we are grateful to have you listening to us, and hopefully that you'll find a way to enrich your life with the summaries that we provide from these books. So this is the Mastermind Book Club signing off until next week, where we'll review another empowering book. Take care.